Welcome back to the basement. I'm your host, Ryan Antonio Henry. This man to my right, your left, is Dexter Areola, and this one over here is Alan Shane Lewis. Welcome back to the basement. Ladies and gentlemen, we're going to get right into it as we always do, the best in the NBA. Those damn Golden State Warriors, 3 weeks into the season, still haven't lost a freaking game. 14-0. What do you have to say real quick, Alan?
They're playing easy teams.
That's another topic, but speaking of easier teams that have kind of fallen from grace, the hierarchy of the NBA is kind of messed up right now, and we're here to talk about that. Starting with those Houston Rockets, what the hell's going on in Houston? Honestly, how do you fire Kevin McHale? That's your first game.
That was the dumbest decision they could have made. I think firing Kevin McHale does nothing to them. And it shows because they've only won one game without him, and they're 1-2. And they just look stagnant. The offense is stagnant, and they're supposed to be an offensive team. It's not there anymore.
Okay, so the question I have for you guys is, was he the right scapegoat? Was he the piece that you move out of that team? To
Trade harder.
It's easier to fire a coach than it is to change the team. Daryl Morey is a statistic analytics guy, and like Kevin McHale's an old school kind of basketball, gumption type of player or a coach, and they clash a lot of the times. And it's easier to blame him than to blame James Harden, who doesn't play defense.
I was going to throw that out there. Wouldn't you rather blame James Harden for his inability to lead a team?
No, but he's scoring points.
No, efficiently, he's actually really terrible.
But yeah, he's terrible. He looks so bad. And Dwight Howard looks terrible. Yeah. The rest of the team looks so bad. And it's just...
Ty Lawson doesn't fit. He's not fitting right because Ty Lawson isn't the guy, a point guard who can just sit on the side. He's the type of point guard that goes off top screens, reads the defense, and then uses his speed to get to the basket or dish it out. He can't just sit there and knock down shots. He's just a terrible three-point shooter just by stepping up like that.
So... instead of firing Kevin McHale, what do you guys do? Who do you trade?
I see a trade coming. And I think it's going to be Trevor Ariza. He's the only one with trade value. And I think
true.
they need
that is true.
But he's the only one who's like the glue guy.
I know, but they have to trade that. Yeah. I think they have to... it's sorry to say, but I think they have to rebuild.
So at this point, because they're still bad, and I don't think they're getting any better. It's like the team's going to get blown up.
Yeah, I think
they're going to get blown up.
They're probably there's going to be a trade in the mist. I think you trade Dwight Howard, to be honest. I was a huge Dwight Howard. I would take Dwight Howard.
A desperate team would take.
I would take. There's somebody who would give him max money. Like it's just you don't get what you deserve. You get what your value, like what people see your perceived value is.
That is true.
But his contract's so high. Who are you going to really trade?
You can trade a bunch of small pieces to get it. There's a team.
I only see Sixers taking him.
And Sixers probably would.
Speaking of trades and stacked teams, another team that's underperforming, Los Angeles Clippers. You get DeAndre Jordan back, you get Paul Pierce, you get Lance Stevenson, you stack the team, and you call the Suicide Squad. So why aren't they winning?
I think they're just trying to figure out everything right now. They have a new team, and they're trying to figure out where Josh Smith is going to go, where Paul Pierce, who's going to play at the end of the game. They're just trying to figure out everything right now.
And they're realizing that Lance Stevenson sucks. The 8 kid.
Yeah.
And CP3's been injured for a couple games too, so that's another thing to take into account.
Does Doc Rivers get any blame for this at all?
His coaching's been in question.
His coaching
Doc Rivers is one of the most overrated coaches in league history. I'm gonna throw that out there.
I agree, but I don't agree.
He's
publicly, I don't agree, but I agree. And he's not even the greatest GM. He's kind of screwing himself over. Doc Rivers is GM versus Doc Rivers is coach. He doesn't really bring the pieces that he needs. Getting his son, Jordan Farmar 2.0, really didn't make sense. Not even 2.0, 1.2. Like, it was barely a big update.
Light-skin point guard.
Sometimes Austin Rivers can actually light it up. Like, I actually watch him play, and I'm like,
sometimes Jeremy Lin can score 30 points. That's cool. That means nothing.
Shout out to Asian ball players.
and just in general, like the whole hierarchy, there's so many teams that should be at the top right now, but they're just like at the bottom. I'm talking like
Pelicans.
Everyone's underperforming this year. I think the best teams are the teams that kind of reloaded and got back. Spurs, the Golden State Warriors.
Oh yeah.
So there's a certain team in third place that everyone thought was going to be like the bottom.
Shut up! Oh my.
Sorry. The Dallas Mavericks are outperforming everyone.
Miami Heat.
All right.
I have to say Dallas Mavericks are performing well because you know why? Everyone else is playing like crap. And if you play decent and you lose to the Raptors, which they did, you can have a decent record. That's all it takes. The West is terrible. The West is terrible.
But anyway. I would like to shout out teams coming up like the Knicks with Kristaps, Minnesota making moves.
Minnesota's looking really nice.
Moving on, the 24-second shot clock. It's here. It's now. Dexter,
I'm going to talk about the 76ers. I feel really bad about the fans. Like, these guys have nothing to live for, basically. Brett Brown is a great coach, and the Spurs, like, he came from a Spurs background. There's no reason why they should be underperforming. I guess they're waiting on draft picks. They really need to make some trades. Jahlil Okafor is playing out of his mind, and that's your only bright side.
And Alan.
That was long. I want to talk about the Spurs. The Spurs are one of the best teams to watch. And honestly, if you have League Pass or the opportunity to watch them, go watch them. It is so. I used to just crap on them when I was a kid because I didn't understand. I didn't understand how beautiful and confident these guys play. They're like a soccer team. The way they have 4 passes ahead and the ball doesn't stick. Boris Diaw just bullying people and pushing the ball around. It's beautiful to watch, and I think there's no other team that can even come close to how beautiful this team plays.
Soccer's boring.
Your mom's boring.
Soccer's so boring. Oh my god.
I would like to mention the fact that I like what the Raptors are doing. I, to tell you the truth, think they have the best backcourt in the NBA. That discussion keeps going on, but you know why? Because DeMar DeRozan and Kyle Lowry are both averaging 20 points, which is not what any other backcourt in the league is doing. So I'm feeling the Raptors right now. They just got to get Jonas back. It sucks that he's injured. I feel like the coaching is there. Everything's in place. They just got to get more confidence. They should be beating teams, and the referees need to stop screwing them over in every game possible.
Damn straight. Feeling myself.
Shout out
Raptors will
Corey
be there.
Joseph.
Raptors will be there. Shout out to Corey Joseph. But, ladies and gentlemen, of course, this is the time where you can hit up facebook.com/belowthehardwood. You can hit up youtube.com/belowthehardwood. You can do twitter.com/BTH on NBA. And then, of course, Instagram @belowthehardwood, straight flexing, all of that fun stuff. We are everywhere.
So-
BTH.
If you just make a graphic that has everything that he said, that'd be awesome.
Just everything. Like, I have to keep
I want it
saying
like
freaking
flying
right here.
a flying background.
And a giraffe.
Where
And I
can they
want
find
Megan
you?
Fox.
That's what a
Where
giraffe
can
makes.
they find you, Dexter?
Dexter_BTH.
Where can they find you?
The Alan Shane. I love you, Mom. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to. Mom's a saint.
And @RA Henry on Twitter.
Good woman.
And
Sorry.
@BTH on NBA for
Mother's
all
a
that good stuff. Follow us, like us, subscribe.
Ryan's mom.
That was another edition of Below the Hardwood.
Peace. Peace.
Wait.
Ryan, come back here.
I'm gonna close every show this time.
I have to take my job.